What's up, fans of anime? Is Shangri-La Frontier the best video game anime? Let's find out.
Now, Shangri-La Frontier is the latest video game anime to have come out, and to review it, we've broken it down to 5 categories. We got story, characters, animation, pacing, and music. So for now, let's start with the story. I'm gonna direct it right here to the gentleman right here. He is the Isekai Fantasy Power Leveling Watcher. This is his genre.
That's my stick.
So go ahead and start off.
So this anime has quite a bit of a problem with its story. It doesn't have a long-term story. It has a lot of moment-to-moment short-term
It doesn't have
story.
goals.
It doesn't have goals. Not until the later end when the story actually begins to open up.
I guess the main goal is to just enjoy and beat the game.
Yeah, enjoy and beat the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's not very complicated.
I guess what I'm trying to say is there is lore behind the game. Like the game itself has a story to it. Like someone coded the game in.
Yeah, we're talking about the anime.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing though.
Yeah.
Because there's no high stakes.
I guess motive.
Yeah, there's no high stakes in the game. He's just trying to play the game, which is fine.
Yeah.
So the story for the first 2 arcs is play the game. So
the first half.
Yeah. So he walks in, he skips the beginning town, and immediately goes to fight the first boss, the giant snake boy. And I'm just like, okay, this is cool. Going from there, he went to go fight the wolf Lucagon. Well, okay, this guy is the end goal, right?
Lucagon. I thought Lycagon.
Lycagon. I think
it's L-Y.
Yeah, L-Y.
I
I hear them say Lucagon.
Or Lycagon. Oh, it could be Lucagon.
I hear them say Lucagon, so I'm gonna say that.
Because it's a lichen. A lichen
yeah, it's
is like a wolf.
Yeah. That is the.
He fights a unique monster.
Yeah, that is the main thing. But then they kind of shift towards another thing, which is like, okay, he has a unique scenario that nobody knows about, and now everyone wants to know, so he's being attacked by everybody. So they shift the story from Lucagon to this unique scenario thing. So the story really is kind of all over the place. There isn't like a big overarching plot. And so honestly, I was getting kind of
confused.
Not confused. I was getting kind of bored because I kept asking myself, what is the purpose of all this? What is the end goal? Like, just play the game more. But a lot of the times he's being interrupted while playing the game. Like, these guys want to PK him now. He has to go do something else and hide. I'm all like, oh my god, I was so annoyed.
Yeah, this anime introduced a lot of subplots.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, after he fights the lichen and he meets Emil. Yeah, he meets the mascot character, and that's when everything just kind of like
implodes.
All the story arcs just keep coming in, and he's tackling a lot of things at once, like micromanaging kind of thing, and it's kind of crazy. He goes to Rabbituza.
Yeah, Rabbituza.
He meets the rabbit family.
Yep.
Alongside that, he like you said, he's getting PK'd by the PKers. They introduce Pencilgon.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think this is like one of the main characters, but it actually
it
becomes the main character. But we'll get to the characters.
Yeah. We'll get to that later.
But as for the story, they introduce so many things that I feel like you can get overwhelmed, or I feel like there's no continuity where you won't understand like what's the purpose of this.
Yes.
And I feel like throughout the whole show, they kept going back and forth. Like, let's do this, and then let's do this, and then let's go back here. Let's do Rabbituza things, and let's go back to the actual world and battle Rabbituza, and then.
And I get that, they're playing a video game, and that's what you would normally do in a video game.
Yeah.
But this is also an anime that we're trying to watch, so trying to have at the very least like a singular cohesive plot point would be pretty nice. But yeah, well, I was just genuinely annoyed at all of this stuff because I felt like most of the time he was just trying to shake off the annoyance, and I didn't get to see him play the game.
Yeah, I feel like the only part where the story actually was consistent, and you want to say what that part is?
The second right,
the start of the second half.
The start of the second half, which is
episode 16, 17.
The Weathermon fight.
Somewhere around
That's where everything was smooth sail. That's where everything picks up. At that moment, I love the anime. Like the first 6 episodes, cool. That was after he fought Lucagon. The next 10-ish episodes, I was so bored.
I feel like the Weathermon fight, I feel like that was a different anime.
Yeah.
It was totally different.
Maybe, I think the reason why...
Because the focus was on Sunraku, Pencilgon, and Oikatsu, whatever his name is.
Whatever.
Yeah, the 3 friends. It just revolves around them.
It felt like a normal anime.
There's no Rabbituzas, there's no other thing. I was like, whoa.
They were playing the game. I can't believe it.
Sunraku's not, he's not going solo anymore.
Yeah.
He's just actually with his buddies.
So that last half actually had a story going on with it. So after they defeated Weathermon, the game system itself said, hey, you unlock the story or the lore of the world. I'm like, oh damn, okay. They already kind of introduced that idea, but now that they defeated one, that was the new goal now. So I'm like, okay.
Which is why I kind of felt like that middle part was its own separate anime.
Yeah, it was.
Because after they defeat Weathermon, you don't see Pencilgon or Oikatsu anymore.
Nope.
It went straight back to Emil and the Rabbituza.
Yeah, it went back to him.
And then I was like, oh, they're just gone. Like that was it. Which is kind of that's why there's like continuity is a little off.
Yeah. Now let's get to the characters. So I actually don't like a lot of these characters, but to the anime's credit, I do actually remember a lot of their names, which I can't say about a lot of other animes that I watched in the past. So we've got the main character, Sunraku. I actually know his name. We got the friend, the Katsu, whatever.
You can't remember his name.
Katsu. I know his name is Katsu. And then obviously we got Pencilgon. So those are like the main three.
What Emil? What the hell?
Oh yeah, Emil.
The mascot.
I forget. Emil is there, but I keep
The
forgetting.
mascot.
But she's there, but I only remember those three the most because they fought Weathermon. And that was like the biggest. This is why I remember them for. I don't remember Emil. There isn't a moment for that Emil did that I remember her.
No,
for.
okay. Emil is that character where you will love or you will hate. The reason why you will love is because she's so cutesy and then she's a little bit of the jokester and the comedy relief. Kind of like, for example, if you play Genshin Impact, she's like the Paimon. Or if you play Legend of Zelda, she's like Navi.
Yeah.
Like that, those kind of characters where they're like in your ear all the time.
Well, here's the thing. So I love Emil, but she doesn't have a moment that makes me remember her or made her stand out to me. She's just not there.
She's a comedy.
She's
relief.
the comedy lead, but
Yeah,
there isn't like a moment.
She makes the
where I'm
anime
just
more
like,
lighthearted
yes.
because Sunraku's on his mission, on his solo mission to beat the game, like rushing everything, and she's there for the comedy relief and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I guess the caretaker of Sunraku because he's like always getting injured and stuff.
And speaking of Sunraku, okay.
Yeah, how you feel about the main character?
Okay, so I like Sunraku's gaming ability a lot.
Okay.
I like his ability to play the games. Like, whenever he does play the game and he gets so full of it, I'm like, okay, this is cool. I want to see him. But whenever he starts getting goofy, I hate it.
What?
It's not, okay, but it's not his fault. I feel like the anime's placement of his goofiness is the problem here. Okay.
Give me an example. Go ahead. Throw an example.
The biggest example, during the Weathermon fight,
Okay.
he was like, all right, I need to get myself to half health. I'm super buff, ultra buff, and now I can take it. It's like, holy crap, I forgot to buff myself. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm all like, okay, I know that's you as a character, but that was such a whack placement because I was so into it. Like, dude, just go Super Saiyan.
No.
Cuts to gag comedy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally had to pause and just be like, you just did that, didn't you? Oh my god.
Oh, that bothered you?
Yes, and then once I went through, because I was so hyped and so into it, that broke my immersion a lot.
I see.
And then once I got back to it, I'm like, oh cool, he parried it, awesome, cool, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm like, god damn it. So
that's his character the whole time throughout the whole
I know.
anime, though.
So, but like again, it's not his fault.
That's all the characters. They're all like that.
That was just that one moment. I hated it in that moment. Like in those serious moments, just be serious. I don't mind if you're being wacky and gaggy all throughout the anime in like nonsensical areas, but in that one critical moment, you throw a red flag in me, and I'm just like, ah.
Well, you could say, with regards to that, you could say the anime is consistent then with his characters, because all the characters.
I never
like
said
that.
it wasn't consistent. I just hated
Emil,
that.
Okatsu. I feel like Okatsu is even more wackier than that.
I also didn't. Like
I never found him serious.
I didn't like Okatsu.
He's the pro
either.
gamer, but he's always like wacky.
I also
Even
didn't like
Pencil guy
Okatsu.
for Pencil guy's the most serious, but she can be wacky too at the same time.
Yeah. She's the straight man of the group. But
she's still kind of wacky though.
She's still kind of wacky, but only because everyone else is making her insane.
Yeah, I don't mind these characters at all. These are all memorable characters.
Yes, memorable.
Sanraku is actually he's a legit he's a fun character. He's not perceptive enough to recognize things like when it comes to like the love interest of the other girl.
Okay, no, that's not his fault. She's just really bad at communicating.
He's not good at it.
We didn't mention that character.
But-
I hate Saiger Zero. I hate
What?
her. Every time she's on screen, I keep asking, why are you here? Because it doesn't, she brings nothing to the table. Literally nothing.
Bruh.
I initially thought, oh, she's part of the Lycagon guild, so she was gonna try to invite him to that guild to defeat him because he fought the Lycagon, but nope, that wasn't it. I thought it was gonna be here's a small minor romance interest that he might know about. Nope, that ain't it either, Chief. And I'm like, what does this character even do? You waste like 5 minutes of my time, and she doesn't do anything.
No, Attack Master eliminated Pencilgon, dog. Blaster, and then after she died, guess what they did? They stole her loot.
You could.
Saiger's
I
like,
I would
loot.
argue it didn't have to be Saiger Zero. It could have just been that guy in the beginning that he met, who's like tutoring that girl.
He's not strong enough.
If he was that strong character,
He's not.
it could have just been
okay,
him.
Those two characters are pointless, actually, if you think about it.
They're pointless, but they only show up as a gag comedy. Saiger Zero has so much screen time. I'm just
What?
like,
Saiger Zero just not. Okay, I guess.
there's a lot,
But I
there are
feel like
so
they're-
many meander. Like there's literally like 3 to 4 minutes of her. I'm just like, please just get out of here. You don't add anything to the story. story. It's just a funny thing that you're here for, and I don't find it funny.
Well, okay, I feel like they're gonna set her up for something in the future.
Yeah, which
Because apparently she has a sister in the game. I don't know if they're actually blood
yeah, which
related.
again, if he had just added her to the guild, it would have made much more sense. But I'm just like, you're building this up when I don't care about you right now because you don't do anything. I hated her as a character.
But yeah, the other characters, I find them pretty interesting.
Memorable at best for me personally.
Yeah, especially even, if we talk about the villains, even like
Weathermon.
He got his own backstory.
Yeah, yes.
Like Lycagon. We even got Vash. Vash's backstory a little bit.
Oh yeah. So I just remembered. They haven't gotten to this yet, but they said that if a unique character dies, then they're gone.
They're gone forever.
So that means that's definitely a foreshadow for something to happen in the future. That someone important is going to die. So I wonder who that character is going to be.
Yeah. Oh, and before we move on from the characters, I feel like this anime is like a harem. A harem in disguise. It's a harem in disguise.
Katsuo's a guy.
No, but guess he's playing a girl character.
I know, but he's a guy.
He's a guy, but I'm talking about visually, almost everybody's a girl.
Okay, I feel like
his whole companions is girls. That's why it's like it's a harem in disguise.
Whoever wrote the story definitely knew what to do.
Which is not a bad thing. I just something that I noticed. That's all. Now the animations. It's pretty solid throughout the whole anime. Yeah. The main part that I want to bring to light is the Weathermon fight.
Yes.
And that's when the animation became like a movie.
They used all their budget right
and
there.
I was like, who's the animator for this anime? Cause this is some crazy ass animation going on.
Yeah. So.
And it is what is it? C2C Studios. That's the anime. I want to go look it up, and that's the animation studio. And I want to go look up what other animes they did, and they did a lot of romance rom-coms.
Yeah. So things that don't require
action. Yeah.
Things that require a lot
action.
of fluid moments.
Unless I'm missing an anime, but I've checked their catalog, and it's a lot of rom-coms, a lot of magical. Is it even magical girls?
I don't know.
There's a lot of
nothing that required
kind of like shoujo.
Yeah, nothing that required like heavy like movement like this. They were going.
But yeah, that Weathermon fight, episode 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there. That's one of the craziest animations I've seen, and I was like, whoa! I was like, this is freaking crazy. It went from a different anime. That's what I thought when I was watching that arc right there. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, other than that, the animation is pretty solid throughout the whole show. There's no part where I felt like, oh, the animators got lazy or they didn't have enough time to animate this part. So yeah, kudos to them.
So the pacing of this anime is all over the place as well.
Yeah, I feel like this is this will be their lowest category in my opinion.
This is the worst thing about it. I think I almost dropped this anime around like episode 13-ish, and that was like during that middle section where he was in Rabbitusa fighting the.
He was training.
He was training, yeah, because there's so many things happening there. It's like, okay, so you're getting chased by a bunch of guys because they want to know unique scenario. DKers, like information brokers. They all want to know where he's at, but also at the same time, he's like, okay, I also need to go train here in Rabbitusa. So he's doing two things, but I kind of wish they would have done one thing because now I'm just like, do the PKers and all the information brokers just not care about who you are anymore? Because you go back to town at one moment and everyone is there waiting for you, but then at the next time it's like nobody's there anymore. I'm just like, what just happened? Like, did we just forget that happened?
It was because he disappeared.
I know he disappeared, but that doesn't mean a lot considering that these are quote-unquote gamers who want to know what his unique scenarios, and they put out a hit list for him, but that was only Ashura Kai, but there wasn't like a small little like, hey, don't mess with him or else we're gonna attack you. They didn't cement that. So like, the fact that they all just disappeared, I was like, where did they go? Where did the druid go? Oh yeah, let's take a picture when we meet again. You have a picture of Emil. Never shown ever again. I'm just like...
Oh, I was like, what druid? But you're talking about the
during that PK.
the lore master.
Yeah, the lore master. No, not the lore master. The girl. She was a druid. She was a druid.
No, but she studied something. I thought she was about.
She studied. She's a Pokemon trainer.
Oh, animals.
Yeah, she.
Oh, okay.
So that's why she was
a master or something.
Yeah, she was infatuated with Emil, and so like she wanted a picture. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I hope this character shows up later on whenever they do like a raid, but she just never appears again. So I'm just like, that was kind of why did they toss that in?
Well, it's for future seasons, but as for the pacing, this anime you shouldn't take too serious when you're watching this anime.
Yeah.
It's very lighthearted. It's
don't expect too much.
Straight
of it.
video game. One thing that I do like, this is actually like a video game. They're gonna go through detail by detail all the video game lingo and stuff like that. Yeah. So like grinding, farming. Like loot drops, percentages and stuff like that. When he fought the Vorpal, that's how he got the Vorpal plate. He just kept farming there. Level ups, abilities. Everybody has different abilities, and they just don't explain what the ability is. Besides Sanraku, he explains like a little bit, and then he just keeps going, which is fine to me. But everybody everybody has their own ability. I'm like, what ability is
Okay,
that?
so I didn't. If the anime hadn't done it, I wouldn't have questioned it. But after they did it, I started questioning it. So, like you said, they explained that everyone has different abilities, but then they go on to explain that, oh yeah, all these different abilities can morph into new ones. So you can
Yeah,
get new
yeah,
things.
there's more and more.
If they hadn't explained that, oh yeah, you can combine and morph them, I would have not known about that. So
Because there's so many names.
yeah, there's so many names, but no, because like at like episode like 18, like after they fought Weathermon, he's like,
You could combine them.
you
yeah.
can combine them, and
Yeah.
then we're like 15, 16 episodes in, and I'm just learning about this right now. Like I
Yeah.
feel like this would have been something that at the very least was hinted at in the beginning. So the fact that they put it here,
That's Sunraku's fault though.
I don't know, but I guess what I'm trying to say is like if they were going based off of like, you know, trying to explain the video game stuff, that would be something that most other video game animes would do in the early time, where it's just like, oh yeah, this is like your skill system, and like do like a 30-second splurge about what it is. They don't do that until episode 17.
Well,
so
like I said, that's Sunraku's fault.
So I was
He skipped the first town.
so I was kind of like,
That's what Okaze said.
so it's Sunraku's fault that us, the
Yeah.
viewers, don't know anything.
Yeah, we what is it? We got hoed.
Yeah. I mean, they took the time to explain, oh yeah, you can sell all your starting equipment, but they don't take the time to be like, you can just learn like the
It's all
skills.
Sunraku's fault. He skipped everything.
He's such a gamer that he knew that he can sell his equipment, but he's not a much of a gamer to that he doesn't know that. I call BS right there.
Yeah, but pacing, yeah, they just go through every link to explain everything.
Yeah.
If you don't know anything about gaming, which is good and bad, like I said, it's bad because for the actual video gamers or people who are used to this already, you're just like, oh, great, here's another a minute or 30 seconds of explaining this, and I feel like that can kill the pacing a little bit, or it's like you said, the immersion.
Immersion's broken.
Yeah, if you just want to see straight to the action or straight to the point what they're trying to get. But if you're a new watcher and you don't know what I guess video games are, then it's a good explanation,
Yeah.
detail by detail.
Yeah, again, to its credit, the Weathermon fight is pretty good. Like, it does explain a lot of things, but I think it explains it in a way where even the video gamers they would enjoy. So when they prepare for Weathermon, they're just like, okay, you guys aren't level 50 yet, so you guys gotta grind to level 50. So you guys need to go to this grinding spot to level up. So I'm like, as a gamer myself, I'm just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. He's not high enough level, so this is a special spot to where they can get levels, and then they have to go and get gear. And then something that I didn't understand was he went outside of the game to play a different game to train for a fight that wasn't in that game. I was super confused right there.
Yeah, oh yeah, there was an episode. He went back to the
Berserk
he fought a
online.
newbie. He fought a beginner. That episode was weird.
That
too.
was what that
was a weird
That was a
pacing.
waste of an episode.
Yeah, that
because-
was like a filler.
'cause it's like-
unless it pops up in season 2.
Well,
I'm
why
not
would
sure.
he go and learn a glitch in another game that isn't plausible in the game that he's playing right now? That I didn't understand any of it.
Yeah, that was a filler.
I thought it was gonna be like, oh, hey, you should go play this other game that I'm playing. So this is a character that's gonna pop up in the future. But that
it
was
might be.
weird.
It might be. But as of right now, it's filler. Right now,
Yeah, right now it's filler.
maybe that character might pop up again in the future season. But right now, it was just a weird thing. But yeah, pacing, it has its issues. Obviously, the only part where it didn't have issues is again the Weatherman fight.
That was
Yeah.
the best start by far.
Now, as for the music, pretty standard. I had no memory of it at all. I'm not gonna lie. Not to say it was good or bad. I guess the best music that I can remember is part of the OST, the opening. That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That metal, new
Yeah.
metal opening. That's it. Other than that, music does not stand
I
out.
feel like I'm jaded to the music now. Music to me, it's if it's there, then it's there. But if it's not there, then it's like, where's the music?
If I
at?
can't remember the music, the OST, then it's not to say it's bad, but I just can't remember.
Yeah,
it
but
all.
at the same time, like I have to think about when was the last time I actually remembered the music from an anime, and I have to go back
What?
like
Solo Leveling, Rurouni Kenshin, JJK,
JJK season 1.
season 2.
I didn't like the season 2. The only
But
season.
I remember it though.
I don't-
Okay, I remember it. You probably don't remember it, but I remember it.
Yeah, but like there isn't usually the musical scores that I like are usually like the flourishes during the battles to like hyping up that particular scene.
Oh, I like sad songs.
I don't, but I don't want to remember a sad song though.
I like sad music.
Like the music that stands out to me are the ones that I'll remember, and the things that I remember are usually things that get me hyped up or happy because I don't want to remember the sad moment. I want to remember the good moments. So just to summarize it all up, bring it all back, story is kind of mixed. Half of it is pretty good, but the other half is pretty nice. The direction is kind of inconsistent, but the potential is there for it to be better. The characters are actually very memorable. I don't like them. My brother loves them, but
whoa, love is a strong word.
but you like them though. You
Love
like
is a
them.
strong
You like
word,
them.
yeah.
You like them. I don't
Yeah,
like them.
I don't
but,
mind them.
but they are very memorable. The animation wise, it's really great. I don't have any single complaints about it. Pacing is a mess. It's kind of all over the place. It doesn't really know what to do because again, there isn't a far-flung goal that it's trying to work towards. towards. There's more about what's happening in the moment and just going from there. So if you're hoping for building over a long period of time like a shonen, don't expect that there. The music, it's honestly forgettable, unfortunately. I don't remember any of it except for, again, the openings. So the opening itself is a banger. Both of them are pretty good.
Alright, so now we got our trusty anime tier list, and these are the animes that we already reviewed. So check out those videos, those reviews on our channel. So now, where do we put Shangri-La Frontier Season 1?
Okay,
Where would you put it? Let me hear your thoughts first.
Okay, so for everything I was just talking about, story and pacing are really bad, so they could kill you.
Just give me straight to the point.
B, worth the watch. I would say it's
I
worth
will
the
put
watch.
it at a B too.
I would say it is worth the watch.
Would you put it in front of Demon Slayer? So the way we're gonna do it is, the more left it is,
I
the
would
better
recommend you Demon Slayer before Shangri-La Frontier.
Ooh, yeah, I think so.
Just because at the very least,
Demon Slayer is a B+. This is probably like a B.
Yeah, because Demon Slayer, again, its story is consistent, it's cohesive, and the animation is great. Characters are memorable.
Fighting good.
Fighting good. The worst thing about Shangri-La Frontier is its storytelling, which I would still say you should watch it just because great fighting, great animation, a lot of potential that's there.
It's not as heavy story driven anime.
Yeah.
It's something you could just put and laugh and get a few laughs. So yeah, that's where we have it. So we put it at a
B tier.
Worth the watch. So there you have it. That's where we put it at. Watching season 1. I'm glad there's a season 2.
Oh yeah.
Cause I feel like there's a lot more they need to explain. I didn't think this season or this anime would get another sequel. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it would have.
Cause I feel like a lot of these animes that happen like this, they don't get sequels.
I feel like a lot of the newer animes nowadays are getting sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
If it's moderately popular enough, I think it'll get an anime. I do know that the manga for this was like popping a couple of years ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was really.
Have you read it?
I didn't read it, no.
Oh, because I have never. If you didn't tell me about this anime, it would just like went over my radar. It's one of those things where I did not know about this. But yeah, I'm glad it's getting season 2. I can't wait to see what's in store because they introduced like a lot of characters at the end too.
Yes.
They introduced a sister, this maid girl, librarian girl that's like a guy.
Oh yeah, the lore leaders.
The librarians. Yeah. They also introduced. We forgot to talk about this. They also introduced the creators of Shangri-La, which is kind of funny.
That was a kind of minor detail. That was more
I like that part.
That was like a they exist. These are the game creators.
The devs, the developers.
Yeah,
I like that.
They exist.
Because they're talking about how Weatherman got killed.
Oh my god.
It's because we nerfed them too much.
We nerfed them too much. It's like that's because you made it too hard.
Yeah. So that was pretty interesting. But yeah, we can't wait for the next season. Anything else you want to say?
So with Shangri-La Frontier season 2 coming out in the fall, we're definitely looking forward to that.
And let us know down in the comments below about what you think about this anime in our review. If y'all hate it, if y'all love it, let us know. And also, if there's any anime recommendations of reviews that you want us to do, let us know down in the comments below too. Until next time, thank y'all for watching.